All right, Marvel Snap, for anybody hanging out for the Magic section that hasn't seen this before, really straightforward base gameplay. There are 3 locations in the center. The goal is to have the most power at 2 out of 3 of them at the end of the game. Your cards have a mana cost top left and a power they provide top right. I don't know if anyone drops in this deck, so we're just passing on the first turn. Ongoing effects are disabled here, and Death's Domain is there, so I suppose we're playing Invisible Woman into the right side here. So the goal of this deck is to play Invisible Woman out on 2, and then she buys us a bunch of time where we don't have to discard our cards to these types of effects until the end of the game, and then we set up Hela with them to bring our things back. This is also an ongoing. Alright, there's an Infinite into Death's Domain. This might be a Magic the Isle of Silence angle. We'll see what we draw next turn. Wow, so I actually can't get Sarah's effect anywhere this turn because she'd be hidden here by Invisible Woman, and ongoings are disabled here, and Death's Domain is here. So I guess we'll Magic into the Isle of Silence. Magic on turn 5 is a little less exciting than 6. It kind of lets our opponent know what's up, but I think it just is what it is, unfortunately. So, can we Sarah here? And then we're hoping to draw Hela as one of our 3 cards next turn. Sarah would allow... Well, shit. Alright, so we're torched. That's fine, we didn't draw Hela anyways. One of the things that's neat about Snap setup in general is that a deck like this, where you have to draw exactly 1 key card, generally speaking, isn't great in a lot of other card games. But because your deck sizes are small in Marvel Snap, and the games where you don't end up seeing your key card, you can just retreat for 1 cube, it makes decks like this that would be too inconsistent to play in other games more reasonable to play here. Of course, Triple D. Thanks to 11 months. Welcome back.
I am Ego, and this is my domain.
We don't play Ego games here, chat. So it's one of the more obnoxious locations like this are ones that happen more rare, but they're still lame. Because the decks in Marvel Snap tend to be pretty consistent because they're 12 card decks, they also, a lot of the variance comes from the locations in the center. That flip up. Clan is like not that big of a deal because Hela can cheat cards into there. Central Park is actually kind of a big deal, because Central Park means I can only hide 2 cards under Invisible Woman, which is unfortunate. I played a handful of games with this off stream and it felt okay, but I definitely wouldn't be surprised if this deck's just not consistent enough. And is magic revealed after the game is over? Yeah, no effect. So if you put magic underneath Invisible Woman, it does not work out for you. All right, so Sarah makes everything cheaper. And then we can magic here and just like Hell Cow, I guess. And then we leave this last location for Hela to flip up at. Potentially. I guess I can wait on this too, right? Because magic won't clone because of... Okay, so they have a lot of tigers. We flip this around. Are we torched regardless here? We lost, that's a Mobius. So... I think we're dead, right? Because I can Magneto here and get to 21, and we can Morbius in the middle or Hellcow in the middle, and then that's still only... So we could win middle, because we have 7, 9, 10... Well, I guess we could only tie here, too. So we can tie here and then come up 1 short here, so that's obviously not good enough.
Escaped.
This Hela deck would be better if you drew Hela at some point. Definitely true. And even that game kind of shows, like, the power of magic, right? Like, I get to look at the game and know that I can't win, so she saves me a cube. Like, even when she doesn't outright win me the game, it's still like, yep, this is fine. This is, like, better than a lot of other cards. We're missing 1 card, chat. We've got exactly Green Goblin remains.
Animated.
You play against real players, or are they all bots? That last one was a real person. There's a lot of bots currently. This is in a closed beta, and the player base is limited. You know, playing Chavez to help you draw hella more. I could see that being okay. That might be a good suggestion, actually. What do we just like? Replace Giganto or Magneto? Is that the cut? I can also just replace Morbius, then just have more top end.
Escaped.
Then Chavez make you less likely to draw another 6 drop. So the dynamic is weird because of magic too, right? And having Chavez specifically makes you more likely to be able to set up Invisible Woman and other stuff early, right? A lot of the times I hover over the cards while we're talking about them and playing them out. It's just Chavez isn't currently a card on your screen, so. Also, there's also a bot, yeah, that you can do exclamation point card name. Let's try that. Because she actually doesn't make you that much less likely to have your 6-on-6. And the fact that we're going to 7 and she helps us set up everything else early. Is that dumb? Maybe that's dumb. I don't know. I'm torn shit. We lose 3 percentage points? It's like 3% different to have your other 6-on-6. Maybe that is just bad. I don't know. Let's run without for a little bit. You want to get rid of Wong? I think Wong's great. Wong helps your non-invisible woman draws a lot. Okay, so if we don't draw Hela here, we can play Lady Sif to discard the Giganto. But if we draw Hela, we don't want a chance to discard her. Yeah, awkward. And Mirror could turn into the Isle of Silence. We could just take the coin flip and retreat if we lose. I'm gonna do that. We'll just bounce if we discard the Hela. I think, honestly, I think taking percentage plays like that are often correct in Snap. When you know you can get out for a single cube, you're incentivized to make more plays like that. Oh, that's funny. So if winning this Baxter building made me win this one, which then puts 6 over here. That's cute. This deck's definitely got some clunk in the trunk.
Opponent snapped.
I retreat here. Our hand's pretty mediocre. The question with a deck like this is, can it be consistent enough to win you more cubes than you're losing on your climb? I don't know the answer to that. We gotta play some games with that. But the lack of consistency when we don't draw Hela, and then also some awkward games when we don't have Invisible Woman early. There's definitely a lot of kind of tension in there for things to go right. Wow, that's unfortunate. Hopefully, whatever this location is what we're okay playing Wong into. I guess overall, this location's not terrible for us if Hela bothers to show up. Oh my god. The hits keep coming and they don't stop coming. I guess we can magic this one off though, right? So we'll like Wong into the right and then we'll Sarah left and then we can magic right. So Sarah makes all of our cards cost 1 less here. This says final turn, but that's a lie. We'll play this out here, and then we'll play Hell Cow here as well afterwards, which will discard our entire hand. And then if we draw a copy of Hela, we should win here and here, maybe? Maybe? This is gonna make Morbius jump up to 8 power. It's actually incredible how unlucky we are at drawing Hela. This is like the 4th game in a row where the locations have been shit for us, and it's just like the last 2 cards in our deck.
Escaped.
Good to get out, I guess, but it's a little frustrating. All right, we have Hela in our opener. Let's see what else can go wrong this game. This is our big payoff. On reveal, play all cards you've discarded from your hand to random locations. So we're looking for an Invisible Woman or a copy of Sarah. Hell Cow's not terrible. We basically never play Hell Cow on 2 in this deck. We want to set it up to play later. Whole lot of nothing going on. It's a sweet Morbius variant. Okay, and there's actually a copy of Sarah, which actually makes this hand pretty insane. So we get to play Sarah on 5, and then on 6, we get to Hell Cow plus Hela into Wong's path here. This is why Wong's in the deck. Wong Sarah is like our setup for when we don't have Invisible Woman. This is our we don't have Invisible Woman, but we might get to pop off anyway setup. All right, and there's magic if we decide we need a turn 7. I'm not sure that we will though, honestly. I think with the Hell Cow and Hela, we're just gonna like put our entire hand onto the board anyways, right? Although I guess magic might give us a turn 7 anyways. She'll get flooped into play most likely. They have 2 cards in hand and they hit their Apocalypse twice. I guess the other one could be Swarm. If we're likely to magic anyways, do I just magic to get it set up better? So I could do this. I could discard Hela? How? I've got Lemuria right there. Okay, so we need Infinite and another large lad to slide in over here. I guess Dracula has a chance to make Collector bigger too, right? Hellcow didn't flip up because of Invisible Woman. She's kind of the enabler for getting your Hela set up. All the lads went left, chat. We needed the one large lad to go right. Them hitting their apocalypse as many times as they did was a bad beat. Huh. Do I want to put Invisible? I kind of want to put Sarah there, right? I don't really need to double Wong's double. This is fine, right? Because it's just getting rid of Infinite we don't need. How do you say this compares in terms of competitiveness to Magic or Hearthstone? What does competitiveness mean? This is a Magic the Gathering. This is a card game Twitch stream, not your corporate office. You can lay off the buzzword soup. Yeah, if Morbius hits Citadel, it's good for us here. So Invisible Woman hides everything till the end. So Wong will flip up, then Swordmaster will discard both of these, then Hela is gonna bring all the friends back. We should be good to go here. We did discard an Infinite earlier this game too. Yeah, from the Lady Sif. Good stuff. Victory. How does Snap compare in terms of player agency? I think Snap is a pretty high player agency game. I feel like I have meaningful, impactful decisions to consider in most of the games that I play. And one of the things I think Snap does really well is that while obviously there's variance by design because it's a card game, the fact that the games are short makes the games that do get decided by variance feel a lot less bad. I would encourage you to check out, this is like an 8-minute video. It includes not only a 60-second how to play because the base rules are really simple, but also talks through the other things I think are good about Snap. Be a good baseline of things that the game does different in a good way from other games. Okay, Invisible Woman into Hellcow's a wonderful 2/3 curve because she hides her friends underneath her. This works the way I want it to, right? Where my cards flip up after the fact. I'm pretty sure this works how I want it to work. Although I guess Wong here doesn't work. Okay, so it does work the way I want it to work, but putting Wong under here is bad. So I'm right, but this play is also bad. Wong died to advanced science, yep. Basically. Now, we will get to discard 2 cards and then Hela them back here. But Wong's gonna die before he can double Hellcow's activation, which is my mistake. So, if I would have put Lady Sif into here, we probably end up winning the game, right? Because Lady Sif would have discarded an additional card for me. And then we would have discarded an additional card, and then if that one goes center, we win the game. What do you think of a Deadpool deck? I have not seen any Deadpool decks that have looked good. Deadpool seems like a lot of work for a very minimal payoff. It feels very similar to the movement deck, and that like you jump through a bunch of hoops and the thing you have at the end of all those hoops is like worse than what you could do just like playing other better decks. Is there an unban request? I haven't checked in a few days. Hey, Fell Fusion, thanks for the brand new Prime support. Really appreciate that. Wouldn't be able to be without folks like you. Thanks for keeping me around. Good afternoon. Oh, that's kind of fun. So we can go Invisible Woman into Hellcow here. God. There's no room for anybody, chat. Hey, Koi, thank you for the sub gift. Really appreciate the support. Afternoon. They discarded a death. We got a Ghost Rider coming up here.
I am Iron Man.
So So to try and win these other 2 locations. So Hela plus... Hela plus Hellcow in the middle is a total of 15 here, which may or may not be enough. I guess if Infinite ends up left, we could be okay here. Magic's actually felt kind of awkward in this list because we don't get to control what we flip when. Like, Magic's good when you decide if you want an extra turn. And we don't, like, a lot of these games it's been like, okay, there's a 7th turn now. And we're not picking when we want it versus when we don't. Like, Magic being resurrected here is actually kind of bad for us, right? So now... Oh, wait, this is fine. It's fine in this instance because it's after the end of the game. Okay, that's kind of cute. So I guess when we Invisible Woman the Hela, it's actually fine. So maybe that is okay. Maybe she is okay. Because it's nice when we want to play her because, it's nice when we want to play her because she gives us an extra turn to draw a Hela that we obviously need to draw. Yeah, I lied. I'm happy with it. Thinking about this interaction, how Limbo after the game ends with Invisible Woman doesn't work, this is fine. Take it back. Magic's wonderful and she's the best card in the game. I like the Morbius variant, yeah. He's cute. Spectrum upgrade. Did you replace Magic with Crystal? I mean, if you don't have Magic, sure. Magic's just the better card, though. Getting an extra turn is busted, chat. Legitimately think Magic is the best card in Snap. Heyo, chat, we have a full collection. We have all the cards. All of the cards are belong to us. Let's dork around with this Hela deck for a little bit more, and then maybe we'll play some crap, since we have Green Goblin for it now. Ready? I'm ready to distribute crap. Visible Woman into Hellcow? Hela in the opener? That's a snap. I think it's really important when you're playing a higher variance deck like this to snap on turn 1s when you have your setup, so you can try and farm extra cubes in the games that are good for you to farm extra cubes in. I think I actually don't want to Hela into the Baxter building because my path with Hela is generally my lower power path, and I want to have the chance to be winning Baxter building. So we can Hellcow into Sif, into Hela here, and the Invisible Woman keeps them all under wraps, which is nice. They're twice as invisible now. They're extra invisible, chat. Nice pickup. Play Sarah out here just to get the extra 2 on her. Sarah could give -2 in the Citadel if it wasn't for the fact that she'd be invisible. But yes, normally if you could put Sarah in the Citadel, she'll give -2 to your cards. But also remember, she limits what you can do to 1.
All systems go.
Okay, sick. And now I get to have everything, right? Because Hell Cow discards 2. This discards 1. RNGesus, take the wheel. I need an Infinite to go left. Actually, we just need Giganto or Infinite to go left, right? Because Morbius is going to have 6 power here. So we need these 2 to split up. We need 1 to go left and 1 to go right. Alright, it's Morbid time, chat. Invisible Woman says, these are my friends. And again, because this is being revealed at the end of the game, Limbo being created will not add a turn. Because they're technically happening after the game has ended. Alright, 50-50, 50-50, hit me, dealer. No! Chat, the lads went in the wrong direction. The lads went in the wrong direction. We needed one of the lads to end up in limbo. We needed 1 lad in limbo and then one of any of the 3 here. If Magic went here and both the lads went here, we won. RNGesus took the wheel and drove the boat right off the bridge, Chip. Someone asked, what will I do with the collection track now that I have all of the cards with the way the collection system in this game works? That remains to be seen. So we'll need to see what the new card acquisition model looks like, because I would assume, based on what it looks like, that if you're someone that wants to get all of the cards right as they release, this collection track will largely become irrelevant to me. Aside from getting random cosmetics and stuff out of it, is largely what it'll be. Because their plan seems to be that there'll be some way that you'll purchase new cards when they release, or wait 2 months for them to go into the pool to get them out of the collection track. So if you're a free-to-play player who's waiting to get every card, you'll always be progressing your collection track as you go. But if you're someone like me that wants to buy cards at release, we'll need to just wait and see exactly how that's going to work. I feel like taking 2 months to add it to the track is a bit much. That's how they create paying players. They want to encourage people to buy the cards when they release. If they didn't have some kind of delay adding them to the collection track, basically no one would spend money on this game, because free-to-play will get a whole collection in this game in a relatively straightforward amount of time. Okay, so we have Wong into Sarah. Still waiting on Hela. This is probably a game where we're going to need to magic something to get an extra turn here.
Opponent snapped.
Opponent snapped me. Oh, and I missed my draw step this turn because my hand was full. That's awkward. I think I'm going to stay in for an extra cube just because Wong on Onslaught Citadel could do some silly things. Same thing with Sarah, honestly, too. So, yeah. So, we'll Sarah here now. And then I get 2 more draws at drawing Hela. So, we have a 1 in 5, 1 in 4, and then a 1 in 3 to draw Hela here. They limboed me first, chat, and they took away my ongoing bonus. Sedge. Okay, so it's Morbin time. And I think we just do this now, right? And just empty my hand. So that way, if we draw Hela next turn, we get to load the board up. Orbius is going to jump up to 8 power. So we're 1 in 3 to find our gal. We are so atrocious at drawing fucking Hela, chat. It's just like the 5th or 6th game out of like 10 games where she's just like in literally the last 2 cards in our deck. I think trying to play Jubilee in this deck is bad because there's so many discard cards you just don't want to hit with her. You also generally don't have room. Tried actually drawing Hela. I haven't yet, but it seems like a strong option. Would playing Chavez help? Chavez makes you 3% less likely to have your 6-drop on turn 6. Chavez helps you draw cards earlier on your curve. She is worse for drawing cards late on your curve. Bit time here, chat. It's the turn here. Get Professor cheesed, but also Superflows. So, like, thanks, I think. The question is, can Hellcow Swordmaster Hela win the negative zone? With Invisible Woman here? I'm not sure that they can. I'm gonna stay in to find out, but it might be torched. Oh, yeah, they're totally gonna play the Destroyer, huh? I'm not staying in through a snap. Have your cube, bud. And this is a good example. If they don't have the Destroyer, this is a good snap. If they have the Destroyer, this is a terrible snap for them. Because, like, the Destroyer is, like, assuredly winning this, right? He's going to be 13. And, like, I've got far less than 13. It's a really good snap if they don't have it. Either way, not worth it. Things finally come together for us, and we get Professor X cheesed. Bad beats. Playing Jubilee in your Destroyer deck is just like actually just the biggest RNG fiesta. Card game players are not okay, chat. What is wrong with card gamers putting Jubilee in your Destroyer deck? All right, this hand's pretty good. I think Invisible Woman Hela in the opener is almost always a snap. Perfect. We have Lady Sif with the Invisible Woman now. I want to show Invisible Woman second here after Morbius, because Invisible Woman kind of gives away what deck we're playing a little bit more. There's a few different Morbius decks. There's basically only one Invisible Woman discard deck. You play this, and any reasonable player knows that we're on Hela. Long or Hellcow would be our preferred draws here. Sarah's not bad. Want to play Sarah into Onslaught Citadel next turn. We're playing Sif into the Invisible Woman because she won't discard cards till later, and we want her to be able to discard cards. That way Hela can bring them back. This might be a game where we magic purely for the sake of getting another way to discard something. It's like I'm only discarding one 6-drop at the moment, which is not quite good enough. Well, we definitely want to turn off their Wong, I think. The question is, do I want to also play my own Wong? Maybe? Then I'm hoping to draw Hellcow next turn. Okay, so we're losing nowhere. Apocalypse is very large, Jim. Huh? Yeah, we're just Torch Strikes. We didn't find Hellcow. Yeah, I don't know if this deck's consistent enough.
Escaped.
Aren't they supposed to play Collector before they do that? Well, they didn't draw their Collector. How is initiative determined? Who is currently winning on board as initiative? You can tell who will have initiative going into the round by whose thing is gold at the top. Squirrels are annoying for us. We'll play Invisible Woman left because we'll want to play Sarah on turn 5 into the Avengers compound, most likely. Oh, Dark Dimension is great for us. We basically have... So wait, what flips up first, chat? Does Invisible Woman flip up first, or does Dark Dimension flip up first? I would think it's left to right. Does anybody know? They're also an Invisible Woman deck. That's adorable. Weird that they played that into the compound. Someone just said they really want Hela and their collection level 1300 haven't gotten her yet. Magic was the card I wanted most in this game. I didn't get her until collection level 3900, 4100. Little over 4000. Okay, so again, we don't want to Invisible Woman into Baxter Building ideally, because our path where the Invisible Woman is generally only has mid-tier power at it. We'll definitely Morbius into the Baxter Building, though. Then... Alright, well, we're just fucked by location RNG then, right?
Escaped.
Totally, we've seen a lot of Death's Domain during this set. I thought that was supposed to be one of the more rare locations. Morbius into Clintar. I guess maybe we play him here because I don't want to set up my helipath in the center. Our opponent's a little bit of a coward shit. I've been talking about not wanting to do this into Baxter Building, but I don't really have another great location to do it into, so I think we're doing it here. Our opponent was not scared with their collector. Alright, well, Sarah left, and then we're hoping to draw Hellcow for next turn, so we can go Hellcow Hela here. 1 in 4 to draw Hell Cow. I'll stay in for one more cube for a 1 in 4. Magic would be an all-right draw as well. That's true. Magic would give us a redraw, so we're 50% to be happy. Ooh, double Nakia off of Wong is pretty good. Alright, so last card. Wait, what? Okay. I was saying there's gotta be a swarm up there somewhere, right? Alright, sick. RNGesus, take the wheel, please. Sarah has felt really clutch in this deck. I've liked her a lot. Getting to set up the Hell Cow Hela both on turn 6 has been good in a lot of spots. Wait, did they just not play the swarms? Did they think I was magicking them? They played themselves, chat. They thought I was magicking them, and they didn't play their free swarms out. Get leveled, friend. Look at the lads. Look at the lads, chat. They're all here. The gang's all here. Hey, Clemens, thanks for the 7 months. Appreciate the prime. Welcome back. Yeah, I mean, we knew they had 2 free 7-power swarms, right? They must have thought my snap just meant that I was gonna magic them. Great, it's Morbin time. He's just a hungry little boy, chat. Just trying to nap in peace. Swordmaster is one of our discard payoffs here. So we've got that going at least. Man, that's super unfortunate. It's like, if I play her into here, she's just gonna get blown up, but I can't realistically play her over here because I lose my face down effect. So I guess I'm playing her into here where I'll only get 2, but that's kind of sad. If I Wong here, and then we magic here, on 6 we can play Hela here, and then we can Sift plus Swordmaster into the Wong path to empty out our hand on 7, and play out whatever we draw. I think is the plan. So we give up the kind of information of what's going on here, but I think that's fine. They get to plan appropriately here with Magic, but the way the sequencing lines up, this is just better for me. Make Limbo twice, chat. So we're getting a Sarah plus what we draw next turn plus what we draw the turn after. Oh, they're just chilling, huh? They have a lot of one drops. They might be getting ready to vomit their hand here. Oh, they could just be setting up to Infinite, right? That's fine, and now we have an Infinite of our own. We're gonna discard a total of 3 cards from our hand next turn. Alright, so we're losing... We're losing mid, regardless of what I play here, right? Even if I do Hellcow Swordmaster, I'm only at 13, 18. Will Hela not reveal first? No, Hela reveals after the game ends. So these 2 cards flip up normally on turn 6, and then Hela happens after everything else. I don't need to play Sif mid. Oh, yeah, that's true, actually. Well, if I don't play Sif mid, my Infinite... Oh, I guess my Infinite going mid is fine, though, right? Yeah, we could do this. Yeah, I like that, actually. That's a good call. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we need Infinite to go middle or right. All right, lads, come on in. No! Lose the 66%er every time, shit. Listen, if you're not into your casino rolls, this is definitely not the deck for you. Big casino energy. Could we have put Sif left? Oh, fuck me. Gap got us, didn't he? I'd play it right. Damn it, Gap. Damn it, Gap. Gap killed us, chat. They did it again. Would have been such a sick game, too. Sedge.
Escaped.
I'm gonna bail out on the rocks. Alright, I need to draw so many specific cards. I almost said Invisible Woman plus Hela, that's a snap. And then Adelan flipped up, and it's like, well, not anymore. Not anymore. Not today, Satan. So we still have Invisible Woman here at least. We'll have some time for some redraws, but play a little bit sad that, ooh, they didn't play Collector into Atlantis. Interesting. It's Morbid time. Oh, we're gonna have a Morbius off chip. I would love to hide Wong in Adelaide. Okay, so if we draw Hellcow next turn, opponent retreated? Really? Must have something to go up. It's a great take for an online card game. Pain Train, thanks for the 7 months. Welcome back. Haha, Wong gets new colors. I need to run to the bathroom really quick, chat. Don't go anywhere. We're going to keep rolling the dice with Hela when I get back. Okay, so don't really want to Invisible Woman into the danger room. They snapped. Are we staying in on a snap? I don't have Hela or discard, but I have Invisible Woman on 2. Alright, I'll stay in for a snap with Invisible Woman on 2. Discard, so we just need our deck's namesake. To drop Swordmaster next turn into Sarah on the left. And then ideally we're hoping to find Sif plus Hela or Hellcow plus Hela. Well, I guess we'll drop Sarah right, actually, right? Because we'll be able to play cards there rather than risking her into danger room. No need to risk her for the biscuit. All right, there's Hela. We're pretty happy with that. They snapped and then have done nothing. Who's your Hela? I'm gonna snap them. No guarantees here, obviously, but like, I just have Mr. Negative in their opener. Sure. Yeah, we got 2 draws a cow. That's a Wong. Wong doesn't really do much for us. We'll drop Sarah into here. Okay, all right, okay, dodged a bullet, and we get an extra 2 from Stark Tower now. Come on, discard effect. How about a redraw to discard effect, chat? How does that make you feel? Is that good? Or do we just Hela? So I get a Magneto with my Hela. Is that good enough? Giving a Mr. Negative deck an extra turn isn't necessarily great. I'm gonna be at 19 mid, and then we'll add another 12 somewhere to the board, and the 12's gonna pull Mr. Negative and Rogue around as well. Yeah, I think this actually is about where we don't magic, and I just Hela. They could be magicking us here, actually. Okay, and now the vault opened back up, which is funny, because the vault's only locked on exactly turn 6. It unlocks on 7. So we Giganto left for 13 and we Hellcow right? Seems decent for us. Oh, man. What a beat. So if I would have Hellcowed left, we'd have won. But we lost the tiebreaker. So we're only up 12 here and they're up 17 here. Because we tied in limbo because of their Scorpion on our Giganto. Beats. Maybe I should have assumed they were gonna magic and just played like magic was gonna happen. It's definitely a thought. If I had played to magic happening, we win that. She's such a powerful card, chat. She's just so unreasonably good. Best card in the game. Magic. I think I just Lady Sif here and take the Giganto discard while we don't have Hela in hand. I think I'm gonna run that back, honestly. Just keep chipping through the old hand while honestly maybe we just Hell Cow here. Just like plan to draw Hela at some point. It's gonna be a little sad if we hit our Morbius, but aside from hitting Morbius, I'm feeling pretty good about this Hell Cow. Pretty content to discard anything else here. Sick. Not my Hela, thank you. Actually, let's do this. So this way I discard and then get a Morbius clone in my hand. You want to snap here, actually. Feeling pretty good, because we'll have discarded, what? 5 cards at this point, so it's definitely Morbin time. Even if they like Yondu my Hela at this point, I think we can win. Still not my Hela yet.
Clear for takeoff.
Wait, there's only 1 card in my deck? Oh, but they're gonna discard it, right? They're gonna Yondu me again? If they don't Yondu me. Even if they Yondu me, we might win anyways. If they do, we might win, and if they don't, we definitely win. You want to pass an Infidot? Nah, it's the same amount of power, Chet. I guess passing to Infidot lets me decide to put the power somewhere else. No, this is gonna be 14. It's 20 across 2 cards. This is better against Shang-Chi, technically. There's a lot of very angry cows, you're not wrong. And that's, you know, if they decide they can't fit the Yondu in on curve here, I get to draw Hela next turn, like. This has more upside, this play has more upside if they can't fit Yondu in. Damn, they fit Yondu in. But it's fine. Because we're going to 30 here. And none of these get bigger. Weird game. Weird game. This was yet another game where Hela was literally the bottom card of our deck. So again, folks, for the people saying, well, why not wait to play these? In the event they don't play Yondu on 5, I could play Hela on 6. So playing these on 5 and gambling that 20 is big enough to win here means that if I hit the Hela on 6, I get to play her and definitely slam dunk the game. So there's upside to playing these out. Yeah, sweet game. Cloning Vats makes some really interesting. This and Sinister London make for some of the most dynamic, different gameplay with decks. It's a ton of fun. I heard you never like drawing the card your deck is built around. Seems to be working out. Yeah. Something like that. All right, I want to get like one more decent Hela game for a highlight, and then we'll play have some crap. If you're missing, I think Invisible Woman and Hela are the two cards I consider required for this deck, and Hellcow. Hellcow, Woman, and Hela are like the must-haves. Anything else you're missing, just play more bombs. I'm actually not even sure if like playing Sarah and Magic and Wong is better than playing bombs to begin with, but in theory they add more consistency to the deck. I'm just chilling for now. We're definitely gonna need to play something next turn, so that way we get a draw step on the next turn. Huh? Speaking of Sinister London, do we just do this now? 1 in 6, then 1 in 5. This is just 1 in 6. I kind of like the YOLO Swordmaster. Thanks for the 32 months, Kakobe. Welcome back. Okay. That could have definitely gone worse. So now I get to go Morbin time here, here. And then we get Magneto here, here, or Hela. Snap, I think. I think we're in a good spot. This is 4 in each of these locations. You get Lady Sif. What are the odds she hits Hela and Magneto? High-ish. So you're 1 in 3 to hit these the first time. 100. On this stream, the odds are 100%. All right, we have Hellcow plus Hela, so we're looking for Invisible Woman or Sarah as enablers for these. Just asking for that to happen, chat.
Opponent snapped.
I don't know, Lady Sif here and take the 1 in 3 to miss. Okay. Sweet. Waiting on a Sarah. So Hela's at least getting us a Magneto. Just vibing for now. This might be a Swordmaster hope to win the 3 out of 4 next turn. We won the 1 out of 3, chat. I'm feeling bold. The Swordmaster means we just have to win a 3 out of 4. It's even more likely than the one we already won. And Storm into the negative zone actually kind of incentivizes me to Swordmaster there. Do you believe in magic, chat? Do you believe in magic? So we could magic to get an extra turn at the Sarah to pair with the Hellcow? I think magic means we just pass. Bucky into the flooded zone? Really? Okay, sweet. And now we just Sarah into Hellcow Hela, right? We beat the Destroyer, right? Because this is 12, 17 here. And then whatever these do are going to go to the right. And they'll have like a 6. So they need to beat 17 in this path.
Oh, snap.
And we're going to win, right? Oh man, thank you for the 10-month resub. I wouldn't be able to be here without folks like you. Thanks for keeping me around. Oh, if they play Destroyer here, we even win by a lot, right? Because the monster gets destroyed? Alright, sick. Get out of here. This is why I think Sarah adds a lot of consistency to this deck. Being able to Hell Cow Hela on turn 6 is pretty important, I think, for the games where you don't have Invisible Woman. Sarah and Invisible Woman are kind of the enablers. Your deck you can win games without her, but you'll be less consistent in a deck that's already kind of inconsistent. Alright, shit. Let's put Green Goblin in our have some crap deck. See, where is he going? Who are we replacing in here? How would you change Hela to make her better but not broken? I don't think Hela's broken. After playing, there's definitely a quote of me saying Hela is one of the better cards in the game at one point. After playing with her more, her consistency is definitely not high enough, and I think she's fine. She's just an incredibly high variance card. You just need to open Spider-Man, Swift. If you play Spider-Man with Professor X, it's not a variance card, it's a skill card. Who do we cut here? Is it just Green Goblin? I think it's Green Goblin, shit. What do we think? Oh, to make Hela better. Am I sick? No, it's just how I always sound, Zubrin. Just old. It's probably Scorpion here, right? If it's been a little bit since you stopped by, I changed my microphone equipment at one point, so it sounds a lot cleaner. I'm not using an old cheap USB microphone anymore. I upgraded to an XLR device. Oh, you can't see the top half of the deck? Yeah. Sorry, PC client when? I think it's just Scorpion. I like my Iceman and my Korg. I think it's pretty important that I have a bunch of cheap things to pick back up with Beast. I guess this kind of qualifies as a cheap thing to pick back up with Beast, but... I think it's Scorpion. Oh, we have every card now, chat, so I can start taking Marvel Snap deck submissions. It's gonna be something I have to think about. They're gonna be cheaper than Magic submissions, but I gotta think exactly what I want to price them at. All right, we have Hood into Viper, which is our 1-2 combo, chat. Of course, we also have Beast here, so maybe we wait a turn on that. Yeah, we're not gonna Hood Viper right away. So Hood, -2 power, makes us a 6 power thing. Then we can Beast, pick it back up, and then Viper donates a card in one of our locations to our opponent. So we'll give them a -2 Hood to fill up their space, you know? We'll give them some crap. Bouncing my buddy back to my hand, the Okoye. Do I want to Black Widow them yet? I'm not sure that I do. Let's do this for now. I think honestly I'm gonna snap here. I think our start's pretty good. When I get them committed before they see the Viper flip up with the Hood. Wow, they did nothing and they stayed in. Interesting. Well, I mean, that's a green goblin. I'm a giver, chat. Have some crap. This might be a game where I don't want to play Magic just because it seems like they're kind of lagging behind. The question is, do I want to Black Widow them to deny them a card draw? But the downside to Black Widowing them is it gives them a 0 mana Widow's Bite that allows them to kind of fill into Mojo World for free. I'm gonna Iceman to round out Mojo World and click submit for now. Okay, they made the decision for us. I guess I could have magicked here to turn off Mojo World and then Black Widowed them, is a thought. It looks like we're likely winning Limbo. I'm gonna Black Widow plus Carnage here just to add some power. Sarah's kind of scary. I don't really want to Doc-Ock into a place where I don't have a bunch of powers, like, where they don't have a bunch of cards. See, he pulls stuff in from their hand, so like, playing him here could pull in a bunch of cards they can't actually cast. This card's much better against decks that are going to be emptying their hand anyways, or when we filled their board up, like we have here mid. Killmonger would be bad for us. I don't know that we really concede to Killmonger though. Okay, I'm fine staying in to see that. They snap, maybe we bounce out. I think this is definitely one of the harder cards to play in snap. Yeah, I'm not giving you 6 cubes. Killmonger is likely enough that we'll bow out if they want to snap us. Let's upgrade my beast. He's one of my favorites, Jeff.
Shiny logo.
You can't magic the Dark Dimension, Meansy. because she doesn't flip up until the end of the game. So that doesn't work. Hazmat work with the Give Them Crap deck. I didn't like Hazmat in this deck because Hazmat's only really good when your opponent has more stuff in play than you, and our deck frequently has a lot of stuff in play, just like our opponent's decks frequently have a lot of stuff in play. So Hazmat's only a net positive if they have a lot more things in play than you do. Mojo World is kind of bad for us, especially with Black Widow, but I think I want to cut them off of drawing a card for the turn if we give them a 0 power thing. Armor typically means a destroyer deck. Electro. They have extra energy, but they can only play 1 card per turn.
Opponent snapped.
Really, we're snapping me. I feel like we're in an okay spot. I'm gonna Green Goblin here, Hood here, and then in theory we could like Spider-Woman plus Demon here next turn to likely lock it up. They could be an ongoing deck. Yeah, that's a good shout. Oh, they're just Professors ulting? Sure. We can Demon here. The problem is I'm only up by 1 point here, and they could probably fill these in, right? So if I play Spider-Woman, she takes me up to 10, and she puts them down to 8, but they can play basically anything here and we die.
Escaped.
I mean, none of the locations were good for us there, Baratorn. Is the TLDR. Perhaps should have played Green Goblin into the Vault of all things, but like playing Green Goblin into Mojo World also isn't particularly exciting. Mojo World coming up, both of our first 2 games with this deck's a pretty bad beat. Our location's pretty bad for us. Sure, it's about a wash. It's a Sweet Strange variant. I think changing the loot boxes to generate when you open that, when you earn them instead of open them, just doesn't really make sense, because it'll just discourage people from upgrading their cards and progressing their collection track. I guess you could only store 5,000 credits, but everybody will basically just sit on all of their credits then at that point. Is what the kind of optimal min-max strategy will be. I think we just pass here for now, and then we can debris. Alright, Gimba. Alright, chat. The Space Throne is tied. If we have successfully tied the Space Throne, let's go Hood into Carnage here, I think. You could say that last turn really rocked shit. Oh, they're gonna get to pull their rock out of here. Interesting. Okay, so do we Doc Ock left or do we Doc Ock right? I think we do that and Doc Ock the space turn now, right? You can ban that person, Gap. Please and please and thank you. That message is not remotely okay.
Victory.
They are not someone that will be a positive community member. They can get out of my channel.
Frame break.
I'm using 5.5. I'm using 5.5 in the 32-bit, but it should work on 64-bit as well. But it's not required. Ongoing effects are disabled here. That doesn't really impact our deck. We have 0 ongoing cards, right? Yeah, actual 0. Escape is so annoying. The day Mindscape was the featured location is actually just like the worst day of Marvel Snap ever. We have a full collection, Drunko. We opened the rest of it. Okay, so I'm gonna Gamba here a little bit that they're not gonna put 2 cards into Wakanda this turn. If we Hood into Viper, kick it across the way here, we probably win Wakanda with the Demon. Yeah, this is great. So this not only gives them -2, but it locks them out of being able to play an additional card into the Angela path, which is lovely. We're gonna be swapping hands next turn. I think we just do this. Give them Doc Ock and Black Widow. That leaves us in a pretty good spot. We'll stamp them for a cube. Yeah, definitely don't want to Widow this turn. Hey, they drew a card out of my deck for me. Thanks about it. Spider-Woman getting to flex for her full 8 power here as a 4-drop, which is insane. Giving that nice -4 over. They drew our copy of Magic. That's probably good for us, right? Like, their board's pretty full at this point. An invisible Iceman here. This must have been my hand. One limbo, please. I guess rock flipping up here is not great for us, but we probably win mid, right? Oh, I guess this ties here, right? Because I go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're doing it okay in the center too. Games don't give release dates because they don't like people being disappointed by missing release dates. And 2, if you do a quick Google search, you could have been playing Snap last month. That's actually trivial to sideload your way in. I promise you, as soon as it has an official release, I'll scream about it from the rooftops, but if you haven't heard me screaming about it, you don't see it in the stream title every day for a week, like, it's not out yet.
Victory.
There were basically never any wipes. I think they wiped between the friends and family beta and the initial public closed beta. But yeah, they said everybody, all the cards everybody has right now they're gonna keep. The number of cards the opponent's hand are visible when you click on their face. Your face too. You can see hand, deck, discarded, destroyed, etc. This might just be a Carnage into Clin for the 2 power angle, because I don't have anything really worth destroying here. The existing monetization is good, but we don't really know what the full monetization is going to look like for new card releases yet, is like the TLDR. Because they decided to walk back the Nexus events, which I agree is a net positive for the game. That sounds like they actually care and aren't just trying to like cash grab and walk away after 6 months. Do we just magic the Strange Academy? Because we're winning in Clin currently. And we could be winning here. Yeah, I think I just magic this to take this on sale. Which again, just another powerful aspect of this card. The fact that she not only gives you an extra turn, but also just like gets rid of a location that you're not happy with is great. I don't think I can gamble on the Green Goblin here, right? They might play a more expensive card this turn, though. Can I gamble on the Green Goblin? I want to gamble on the Green Goblin shit. Ha-ha! Victory! Sick. So, if the Green Goblin is going to go to a location that is full, he stays on your side. You get got a little bit. Okay, so our opponent retreated. God bless us, everyone. God bless us, everyone. That was worth the gamble. There's a reason his abbreviation is GG. Yep. Yes, this is an excellent deck for winning with 10 power or less, for sure. No great early plays here, but we've got debris into Beastmind debris potentially, which is always funny. Any one or two would be a great pickup here. Lovely. We'll go ahead and Iceman into Asgard. Iceman disruptive card here gives random card in their hand +1 cost. Sands a 6-drop. So I'll never push a 6 to a 7. So Shocker flipping up is actually low-key kind of bad for us here, because that would imply that they're a Patriot deck.
Wind, aid my hand.
Huh? A Beast here, Viper here, kick the rock over?
It's clobbering time.
Alright, everything costs 1 more this turn. That's fine. They're probably more likely to play into the dream dimension than somewhere else, right? So I think I'm gonna play, then Asgard's gonna play here to fill this up. We're losing the flooded, obviously, so we need to try and win this and this. Be dead to Patriot. So, Patriot gives all of their cards with no abilities +2 power. So, we had Scorpion in the deck before I started. And we cut it to fit in Green Goblin. So your copies of your Beast is much worse if you don't have a lot of 1-drops. And I think I arguably already don't have enough 1-drops in the deck. So I didn't fit Scorpion in. I think he's worse than all the cards we're currently playing. So no, we're officially at a point yet where I have all of the cards, which means if I'm not playing something, it means I didn't think it was better than the cards we're already playing. It's gonna be the TLDR mover. I know for a while on Snap that was not the case. We're all just like playing with what we had. But as of this weekend, this week I finished the game. Finished the collection. All right, I think we Korg into the middle. Have a rock, bud. Friend of the Black Widow here. Start building. So I think I'm gonna Green Goblin into the Baxter building here, and then we're gonna plan to magic off New York City on 5 so they can't move things elsewhere. Lockjaw. Okay, this is actually hilarious. Okay, this is hilarious. Have a big old cup of get fucked. That was awesome. What are we doing here? Easy clap. So they lockjawed the Widow's Bite into a Jubilee, and then the Jubilee re-pulled the Widow's Bite. And then I'm going to go ahead and magic New York City, so that way they can't pull anything out of the Baxter building next turn on 6. Because again, magic's not only great for extending the game, she also just clears locations on top of that. She's so powerful. I think I'm going to Debris left and then Carnage mid. And then if Carnage doesn't lose the Danger Room flip, he's 8 power in the middle. Plus the 3 that I have for Baxter building. Get fucked. R and Jesus has thoroughly taken the wheel this game, chat. And he is driving us in the direction we want to go. Pew 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 dee 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 heal. Someone said it's disheartening to hear you need 3100 collection level to have all of the cards. Well, the psychology of that is people play games far less when they don't feel like they have something meaningful to earn towards. So the reason why they stretch that track out is because they want people. We built up cumulative. That's true. Our session with the Hela deck was hella rough. But yes, I didn't get my last card till 4100. With the changes they made to the collection track 2 patches ago, it'll be about 3100. How long exactly that takes with free-to-play or max spending is gonna vary depending on where things end up, but I'm kind of waiting to see what they do post-Nexus events before I take the time to make a video and do all the math again. Napkin math says, without getting into the nitty-gritty details, if you're spending as much money as you possibly can spend per day, it'll probably take you about a little over 2 months to get a full collection with the changes. If you're completely free to play, it's probably about 6 months. Thanos and Galactus are not collectible in the game. So they can be randomly generated, but you cannot acquire them for your collection yet to put in decks. The maximum amount of money you can spend per day, 400 gold times 3, 120 gold times 2, 1500. What's 8,000 divided by 1500? 5.3, like $6 or $7 per day. Is that right? No, math is hard. $18%? No, it's like $20 a day. I'm wrong. It's like $20 a day. It costs to maximum whale in this game and get everything as quickly as humanly possible, costs about $1,000 is the out-of-pocket cost. Okay, yeah, sick. And now we get to Debris here. All right, I'm definitely stepping. We get to Debris here, and then next turn we get to Carnage here to clean this out along with the rock, and then Beast pick the debris back up. And we have a green goblin for Clintar eventually. Okay, so we'll... Do we just do this now? I think we just do this now, right? Have some crap, opponent. Are we the bad guy? I think we are. No, I'm giving them presents. My deck is literally Santa Claus, chat. My deck is literally Santa Claus. It's not my fault you all are selfish and don't like your... Look at this! What a just a beautiful work of art game. That game was art, chat. Just absolutely everything I could ever possibly want to do. Bye. Turn 7 is so good for us. So, obvious games like Runeterra aside that are explicitly super free-to-play friendly, one of the things that is noteworthy about this game with Snap with the free-to-play, people hear 6 months for all of the cards and they're like, oh, that takes forever. You literally can't free-to-play have all of the cards in... You literally can't free-to-play have all of the cards in Magic Arena, right? And a lot of other games, you just, like, actually never keep up. This deck has a ton of pool 3 cards. This is, what is it? Hood, Black Widow, Beast, Viper, Green Goblin, Debris, Magic, and Doc Ock. This is almost all pool 3. If you're someone that is new to Marvel Snap and you're looking for decks to build when you are just starting out, on my Hooglandia Snap channel there on YouTube, there is a starter series playlist on the front page. Those are all decks that only use cards from Pool 1 and Pool 2, meaning you're guaranteed to be able to build them in their entirety in your first 2 weeks of play, completely free to play. And if you're spending money, you'll be able to build them after like 2 or 3 days. But completely free to play, 2 weeks in, you can build everything the starter series showcases. Are those decks worse than Pool 3 decks? So, all of those decks in the starter series are decks that people have climbed to infinite with, or that I think are competitive. This game is weird when it comes to data, because one, we don't really have good data for this game. There isn't a Hearth Sim or Untapped.gg with lots of metrics. The second is that even if we had a lot of stats on things, win rate of decks isn't also a good measurement of things as well, because you can have a less than 50% win rate with the deck, but still be climbing with it because of how snapping and cubes work. The difference between how a good player will do with the deck and a bad player will do with the deck is probably bigger in Snap, because a lot of it in terms of climbing is how you're actually snapping. My friends, I think we're just carnaging here and chilling. Our hand's not particularly good this game. I'm not sure Hobgoblin was ever actually good in this deck. He was always a little clunky at 5. It was hard to consistently sneak Hobgoblin into play in this deck without getting walled out. Green Goblin is much better than Hobgoblin. I think I'm of debris to the left so we can put some more crap into the center so we can set up to Spider-Woman next turn. Spider-Woman. That was their best play. That seems great for us. What do we think of this Gamba left? I kind of like this Gamba left, chat. It's the old 50% to give him the -1 power rock. Or like Green Goblin right, Viper left, hope everything works out. Perhaps if we'd have won the Gamba, we'd have won the game. Do you think not having a mulligan is good for this game? This game does have a mulligan. For the price of 1 cube, you can mulligan your hand. For the price of 1 cube, you can mulligan any hand you're not happy with. And you could even mulligan later than turn 1 by mulliganing that with that 1 cube. I think it's a fantastic system. I think the deck sizes being so small and the decks being so consistent means that not having a regular mulligan is good for the game. Korg here. We don't want to put Korg into the dark dimension because we want his on reveal effect to happen on 1 here. I think the top-down character designs in this game are really well done. Basically, all of the characters that are ones I'm familiar with from the Marvel IP feel like the character. Well, that's sad. So they'll get to play the Widow's Bite into Murder World, obviously, but it still stops them from drawing a card, so it does what we need it to do. Alright, so that turning into Murder World now doesn't do anything. So if I Spider-Woman here, so long as they have priority going into the last turn, she'll flip up and -4 things potentially. So I think we do that. A Doc Ock mid and see what we get. Come here, friends. I think this is I believe in magic angle here. See what? See what we get? This might still be a concession. Yeah, I think we're probably torched here. I just don't have enough actual power. Oh, we are also going first, which makes our Spider-Woman worse too. You can have your cube.
Escaped.
Mysterio is a great design. I agree with that. Thanks everybody for hanging out this afternoon, by the way. We've had a few new follows. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. I do card games and strategy games for the most part. Been addicted to Marvel Snap since I got into their closed beta a couple months back. If you enjoy the vibes of the channel, just tap on the follow button. Be sure to check out my Snap YouTube channel as well. I post deck highlights, other news and updates there several times per week. It's a great source to keep up to date with all things Snap related in video form. All right, love to have an Iceman on one here, into a Beast on two. Glad that we lost our Doc Ock. Super Flow flipping up. This location rewards having your more expensive stuff, obviously. Okay, well, I think overall, this is probably detrimental to our deck because our deck tends to be a little bit on the cheaper side. So I think we're going to debris here and just go ahead and fill this up in the middle. I'm gonna Iceman right, actually. So that way if we redraw Viper, we can Viper the Rock in the center back across to them. All right, so they drew a Spider Woman, but it's also getting shuffled away next turn with that land, so... Iceman's Disruption also potentially being minimized, but it is what it is. Ooh, we found Hood and Viper. That's exciting. I want to prioritize doing Viper sooner so they can't fill up the Superflow location. Have some crap opponent. Hood fills into the left here because we'll have Carnage eat everything over here. This is pretty good for us. Their location's just filled now when this Viper flips up. Well, that was easily the best draw in our deck, right? Do I want to save the demon for over here, potentially? I don't know. I can also play demon mid. This would put us up to a total of 10 here, so they would need to add 3 cards to their hand with Collector. I probably just don't want to compete with their Collector, honestly. I'm gonna Demon right. It could be right to hold the Demon too. I guess I'm probably gonna like Magic plus Demon next turn. Yeah, okay, I was gonna sit on the Demon, get a little bit more information about where they're playing out. Because the Black Widow's actually gonna make their Collector bigger too, right? Because she adds a card to their hand. So yeah, so we're just gonna punt the Superflow here, I think. Assuming that they can make this bigger, and we'll try and win left and right. Final turn, chat. Or is it? Or is it? Do you believe in magic and a turn 7? Do 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 do. You know what's funny too? They probably didn't play the Widow's Bite out because they didn't know there was going to be another turn and they wanted to hold it in hand for the Devil Dino. So now there's another turn where they don't draw a card because of the Widow's Bite. Actually just get fucked. Yeah, just... God, Magic is so busted, chat. Just like, actually unreal good. Best card of the game by a lot. Very... I think she's extra crazy in this deck because we fill up their board so much and they don't have extra wiggle room, but she's good in basically everything. Ooh, almost to our first Doc Ox split. Couldn't the opponent have won there? Unlikely. Yeah, but why would they play Widow's Bite Out to fill up that location, Menzi? It loses, playing Widow's Bite Out loses them power. So like if they're ghosting, they could do that. But like based on like what they know on the board, there's no reason for them to do that. Man to the left. Poor Beastly. We're gonna go like Iceman Widow Carnage. Would love to draw Hood. Oh no, we lost our Carnage. There goes my plan, shit. Everybody has a plan until they get Sokovia in the face. This location's kind of awkward for us too. We're giving them crap that's then +5 power. So probably gonna try and win Hela and Sokovia here. So Hela's gonna get cleared out for them here, unfortunately. That could be a challenging location for us to win. We'll have to see how Nidvalor plays out here. Goblin plus Viper, kicking the rock over. Hopefully lock up Sokovia for us. Opponent snapped. I don't know that our hand is necessarily good enough to win this. I think I'm willing to stay in for a cube, see what happens this turn. Sure. I love Doc Ock shit. He's my favorite. Hey, y'all, come here. Ugh. He's a little bit worse in the current metagame because there's less zoo decks, but like when the Zoo Swarm deck, the Khazar decks are really popular, he's so good. It's a shame we don't get to see what the other ones were because they bailed out. My brain would like to know, chat, what was lurking there? Show me your secrets. It does not, Steve, unfortunately. They do not count as being played. I think when given the option to Iceman and Korg both on one, I like to always lead on Iceman, potentially hitting their only 2 or 3 drop and making it more expensive, has a lot of upside. So we can beast these friends back to our hand. And then we can replay them for their disruptive effects and then carnage them off the board. Nice. I guess doing all of this into Stark Tower isn't necessarily great. Close. Not sure exactly what they're doing. They Nakia, so they could be a zoo deck. We'll get a little bit of information about what they have going on here once we see these flip up. Nakia goes into a lot of different shells. It's not really super informative about Okay, so they're the discard deck. Alright, let's dock Ock into Subterranea here, and then see how things shake out after that. Get their hand empty this turn, basically. The fact that they hit Apocalypse once already might mean that we're punting the Dock Ock lane, which means it's not winnable. We'll see.
Systems go.
I believe we have died. Although, I'm kind of surprised this flipped right here. Or this went before this. I would have thought these would resolve left to right. But the newer one on the battlefield went first.
Escaped.
All right, chat, it is 3:30 here. I'm going to go ahead and bounce out for the day. Appreciate everybody hanging out through the end. We had a couple of short videos up on the Snap Highlights channel today. One talking about the Nexus refunds that are going to be going out. If you didn't hear about those, you want to check that out. And I posted a short video this morning talking about what I think is the best card in Marvel Snap right now and why. You probably know which one that is if you've been watching the stream today, but I go into a little bit more breakdown about why I think she's great in the video. Appreciate everybody that followed today, and appreciate everybody that engages on that channel. Hopefully, the Snap content could grow. This is my full-time gig here, and I absolutely love playing Snap, and I'm hoping that this stuff can grow and be a bigger part of what I do here in the long term. Can I relink the Pool 1 deck? Yeah, go to the Hoglandia Snap channel there, and on the front page, Messiah, there's Pool 1, Pool 2 starter decks. So they're all up there, the starter series. All stuff from the first two pools.